Okay.
Seems kind of low power, but then we get into their fifth level thing. Oh, the first one is Touch of Mechanical Understanding. Their second one is Spark of Life. Uh, they, if they complete a long rest, they can expend 100 gold times in materials, 100 gold worth of materials times their artificer level to do a tinkering tools check or a tools skill check. And if they fail, the materials are destroyed. If they succeed by certain amounts, they uh, if they barely succeed, the uh, construct comes back with all of its stats reduced by 2. If they succeed by or over 5 but less than 10, uh, they come back perfect. And if they succeed by more than 10, that construct is constantly under the effect of charm to that to your character.
Okay, that's cool.
Um, and constructs under your uh, charm can be given um,
Hi, Tristan.
can be given can be given commands as a bonus action. But doing so, or you can have up to a proficiency bonus number of constructs at the same time, and it takes a spell slot for each construct that you are making able to, or at the end of a long rest, you uh, spend spell slots to have these constructs
I could
act basically like very large
Gritos
mechanical.
Silverhot. Sorry, Tormia. People started saying
You're good.
hi. Hello, everybody.
You're good.
Serb.
What's going on, yo?
How are you doing, Serb? Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
Eh.
Uh,
Last day of PTO before I have to go back to work tomorrow. But
oh, that sucks.
it was a nice 9 days off.
Fair. That's a nice weekend. 9-day weekend.
It's a very nice little
with
weekend.
with my birthday right in the middle of it.
Yep. I was just reading off the newest construction to
So, welcome, Shane.
Oh,
Godzilla nods. Kano! Sorry, that's what his name is.
I see it.
It's quick question. Did the D&D Dungeon Maestro get Shadowban or something? The Dungeon Maestro? I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that yet. Hey, every idea I have, you can use. Just go through the videos and pick one. Come to the Discord and pick one. I'm currently dropping meteors on my Discord games. Just randomly picking a room, dropping a bunch of damage in there, walking away. No, I'll have to hunt down the Dungeon Maestro and see what's going on. I haven't heard or seen anything yet. The last one I heard that was taken down was Dungeon Mistress Paula.
and she has a new
Oh
account
yeah,
too.
she got back on there.
We still don't know why or for what reason the account got permabanned, but
Yeah.
we're getting her
Well,
back.
the account got permabanned because people complained about her some of her saucier videos. or mentioning of her popcorn.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Serb, you're not the only one that has to deal with working late tomorrow. The
That's my schedule for the rest of the week,
oh
noon to
damn,
8:30.
I am tomorrow. I am 12 to 9, so which means I won't get home till 10. Uh, and then the following Tuesday, I'm 12 to 9. I went into my or HR and said, look, if you're going to put me these late, try not to do it on these days because I have things I'm doing and you're cutting into my cash flow. And then I looked at him and said, I don't like anybody cutting into my cash flow.
Nobody does.
Oh, thank you for the heart. Old Jim Hat, hi. Hello. Old Hat Jim, old Jim Hat. That is where dyslexia comes into it. That's what I swap. I either swap a letter
Or a full word.
or I'll redo words. It's not as I'm not that a friend of mine had severe dyslexia. Mine's just a minor inconvenience.
Could be worse. You could have the one where, like, you read all of the words, you get the concepts, and your brain changes the concepts. Could have been old Jim Shorts.
Ugh, that would have not been funny for old hat Jim there. Well, my schedule's been all over the place. Trying to get it worked back out. It's been all over the place because right before the holidays, we changed our HR. Got promoted and we got a new one. So through the holidays, I knew the scheduling was going to be, and then we had inventory almost immediately after. But now we've lost like 2 people in areas I know how to work because I've worked those areas. So guess who gets to be put back into those areas because there's nobody currently in those areas.
I see your actual problem.
Yeah, I'm too good.
They know that you know how to do these things.
I know, and I try to do the least amount possible. And it scares me when my least amount of possible is still better than what they expect. So yeah, it's an interesting thing.
I
Precisely.
mean, it is a little bit of job security, the
That
fact
is
that you can work in all of the areas, but
why.
it is a pain in the ass
Thank
too.
you, Alpha Maria. Now I got every now and then shit pops up on Facebook Messenger and Facebook and different groups, and so we had this thing in our local Saginaw neighborhood face group book. This lady pops in, hey, work at a dispensary. I work at a dispensary, and we're looking to hire some people. $22 an hour. So I went and looked at it. I pulled up the company. The company was the largest cannabis grower in Canada. They were looking for data entry people. Hey, I can sit at the house and enter data all day and get paid $22 an hour, no problem. So then we moved towards the interview process. And my thought process originally was I learned how to do this. Then I teach my wife and my kids how to do this.
And then you have to leave the house ever again.
Well, no. I mean, I still keep my full-time job. I do this a few hours but let them take on the most of it, throws in a whole new income. Right? So I was like, hey, that's a third income that's really useful. And so I'm sitting there with the interview, and we're doing it through like Google Meet or Google Hangout or whatever it's called now.
Teams?
Huh?
Wait, no. You're right. Hangout.
It wasn't
Mixed
Hangout,
up.
it was something like Google Meet or Meetup or some
Whatever.
whatever. So I'm in there, and I was told to message the guy, and he was respond back, and I responded back with the company logo. So I'm like, okay. And I asked him a couple of questions about the job, and he tells me, data entry, it's 40 hours a week, blah, 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 blah. Then the questions started coming up. While he asked the question, the first one of the early ones was, what bank do you use? Why do you need to know what bank I use? At least at this early in
They
the
can't pay some of them. Some of the banks won't take money from that business.
well, he went on to say that we want to make sure all of our employees are set up for direct deposits, that sort of thing. So while he's typing all this in and getting to it, something about catches me on his user ID name, because you log in with your email. Your email is shown on there. Now, most companies that have a domain name, your company email is going to be whatever your company.com. I mean, well, so I'm looking at this and like that says company.com at gmail.com. I'm like, okay. The next question that pops up is, how much debt are you in financially?
All right.
What credit
Number
card?
2 red flag. Bye.
At this point, I'm like, oh, we're in a scam. uh,
Please tell me you fucked with the scammer.
so I drug that question out a little bit. When he asked how much debt I was in, I think I said $25,000 or something like that. The next question is, yeah, this is what an employer was trying to do. The next question was, which credit cards do you have? I'm like, okay, I've got one, and all of that debt is on that credit card. And I'm like, sure. That's how I just typed in sure. And the questions just kept coming, trying to get like, I was just waiting for him to go. So if you give us your social security number, we can help you out. Because one of the things was, when I asked him why he needed to know about the financials, he goes, well, our companies will help our employees get out of their debt so their credit ratings can go up, because some of our benefits you can't get without a good credit rating. And I'm thinking, yeah, whatever. I was like, oh, okay. But at that point, it started taking longer and longer for him to respond to my answers.
Unless those benefits are cars or houses, he's
Yeah. So I started waiting longer and longer, and I'm getting tired. I'm ready to go to bed. So I responded, all right, look, I don't think I want to work for a company that has this much interest in my personal finances. I don't think we're going to be a good fit. Thank you very much. And then he asked me another question. The, the high school, you're at the education level. What is your education level?
don't have one.
No, I was I'm a professor of storytelling. But what does that have to do with you? And besides, I don't think I'm going to be a good fit. Thank you. So where did you go to school at? I'm sorry. I don't think this is going to work. Goodbye. And then the last response was, all right. Yeah, I could have had more fun with it if I'd been a little more awake. That's what I like to do with
Never been to,
the
never been to school in my life.
the people that call about the car warranties. I saw somebody, I think it was a comedian or something, saying that he likes to try to have them put a insurance. He wants to insure the Batmobile. Dirty tough also, okay. Oh wait, why are you wearing a mimic? Not wearing a mimic. Or am I? I do have a mimic head bandana that's going to be coming hopefully soon. I gotta get
We could also
2 more bandanas. One of them is going to be a mimic bandana, and one of them is going to be just that logo, checkerboard logo.
we could get you some of those googly eyes and some modeling clay, and
I
your
would have
headphones could and
I
your headphones could just be
put. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
okay, yeah, we're gonna
Congratulations, this is going to cost you a total of $10.
yeah. I think the just got to decide exactly how I want to make it look. 15 forms of changelings. That's a lot of changelings.
Why?
That's a lot of changelings. Consider
Why
I,
that many different changelings?
that is a good question. Now I've got the headphones on, and for those of y'all on TikTok can't hear, but I've got some couple of individuals in our Parliament voice over on our Discord live with us. We got Cerebus and Tormy, which so yeah, the 2 main hive-like species. Oh, hive-like. Oh, they're the Dominion. Star Trek reference. Yay, nerd. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a couple more bandanas off of our website.
Nice.
Might throw one of them in the box. The box is full. It's getting even full. There's still we're I think less than 1,000 right now.
Oh, did you break 19?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just hit 19 within a few days ago.
Nice.
So let's see. I've almost been able to keep up with messages. View analytics from here. Yes, I can. how would I want to play a divination wizard? Okay, I actually had this. I was thinking about this the other day. I think I did a video on it. So how I would want to do it. If you're familiar, are you familiar with the butterfly effect in chaos theory, where by knowing a series of events and you can change one thing in that event to cause something else to happen. I think the movie Push was a really good example. Was it Push or was it the other one?
Whatever.
Really good
Butterfly effect.
example of it. So how I would play a divination wizard is componently and magically during the start of the day when they're prepped all the spells. They would take, when they're rolling those dice to determine the different dice. That's not a natural 20. That's actually a 2. When they can do those dice, my guy will actually in the morning when he's doing that will throw out different things. Just let them go out into the world. And then I believe that once I use that effect where I've changed the dice roll, said, nope, it's not actually that, I will describe the sequence of events of one of the items that I put out in the world and how it, through a wild coincidence, actually affects and change the outcome of the roll there. I think that would be a fun way of playing it. You currently have 19,028 followers. That is awesome. I haven't read much on the Aberrant Mind Sorcerer or the Gloomstalker Ranger. There's just two classes that I don't have a lot of interest in. I haven't played a Ranger yet in 5th edition, but I have played a Sorcerer. So once I get out of those classes, I kind of look for the other stuff. But I have individuals that will answer that question. If you go over to the Discord, they'll be more than happy to discuss the possible arrangements.
From Gloomstalker to
No, from
Aberrant
Aberrant Mind Sorcerer to Gloomstalker. Good evening, Smoking Barrel. How would I DM a player who can affect the outcome of things? Do you mean a player or do you mean a character? I'd run it like any other D&D game. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be able to affect the outcome by various means. Just roll with it. So what? They change your D20 to a D12 or whatever, That's part of the game. As a dungeon master, you just roll with those sorts of things. Oh, Aberrant Mind is very... An Aberrant Mind Sorcerer? They have an Aberrant Mind Sorcerer?
Aberrant Mind is you connected with something in the far out in the far realm.
That might be interesting. Oh, you may have given me an idea. Do I counter their insight? Well, as a DM, kind of, yeah, you're doing that whenever you set the DC. That was Tormy that said that. So yeah, that's how you counter the insight. You set the DC as hard as it's going to, as hard as it should be for that person they're trying to get insight on. Or are you talking about those rolls for the divination player? I wouldn't counter it. I mean, that's part of the game. That's their ability. When you counter things specifically, it can take a little bit of the fun out of it. I mean,
if you are only countering for 1 or 2 sessions, that's fine. But if you are countering a player for their entire game, that's not fun for anyone.
yeah, if it's just here and there that you counter them, as Torment was saying, that's fine. But if it's something where you're specifically countering everything that player can do, you're taking the agency and the ability of that player away, and it takes the fun out of the game. I tell you, if a DM was specifically targeting my character, there better be a damn good story arc in it, because otherwise we won't be playing at the same table for very long. And the DM first. I only got the DM first. Oh, it was a DM first time encountering something like this. It's all right. It's gonna happen. I mean, I encounter new things every single day I run a game, because I run a very loose. Well, I wouldn't say a loose game. But I allow players to have a lot and to do a lot, and keeps me on my toes, keeps my brain young. So, have y'all seen what I've done? I've already killed 2 people on the server today, or between today and yesterday. Uh, like killed their characters flat out, apparently.
There's the Gloomstalker into Aberrant Mind answer.
Oh, you got one?
I posted
Gloomstalker
it.
gets cornered by something. I think it was Sorcerer into Gloomstalker.
No, they had said it in that order, but they had reversed the into and from.
Ah, okay, I missed that. Wow. I so want to mess with the players again tonight. I want to go in there and just drop bombs on them. I think if somebody gave me enough like roses or something, I'd go in there and drop a bomb. See how many more players I could kill. Horton. Oh, ooh, there's some squishy ones in there. I wonder if any of them have the TikTok on as well, or watching this. Probably not. I don't even know. Huh? What?
By the way,
By
quick little advert specifically to you, Lee. My Wednesday game is going to start this coming Wednesday, and it's over on the other. It's over on the Haven. Uh, their Ty's new server.
Oh, I haven't. I haven't been over there.
Yeah.
I don't think I got an invite for his new one.
Uh, most of the people only got their invites from the old server, and his Twitter account
Ah,
or Instagram or whatever. Like those were the only things, and it just started fairly recently.
okay.
Um, so I've got a couple of players over there that are pretty much ready. I have to get together with Serb at some point in the next 2 days before that game, and I know that your Wednesdays are getting ready to open up.
Maybe. I've got my couple. These next couple of Wednesdays are also late days.
That's fair.
So yeah, I'm.
Figured I'd give you the heads up and
Okay.
the offer.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen on those games yet, because of other things we'll discuss later.
Okay. I am running. Most of the people over there that are taking over GM responsibilities are running parts of the world. I'm going to be running their version of Sigil.
Okay. Interesting. Tormy as the Lady of Pain.
Welcome to the Gateway.
Hello, Kelly Westbrook 2. Welcome to the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's good.
You've got your caffeine, your nicotine.
Yes.
Somewhere in one of the books, somewhere nearby, you've got the Wolverine.
Close enough. I have villains. I got my superhero books here.
Yeah.
I got the Big Eye Small Mouth first edition.
I remember that.
The little book.
I played that game and became the negative version of Immortal.
Oh no, this is second edition. Okay.
when you have so much regeneration but you age out to the point where you can't move anymore.
Ugh. I had a
Your life battery.
the last game I played on that. I basically was a transformer. Just flat out was a transformer. Well, the way it went was I was originally the car was originally just a mech transforming mech suit until my character died and we transferred his consciousness into the car. So yeah, he was just basically a transformer. All right. So I don't know if I've told y'all this about the Moon Knight series that had come out. So when I watched it originally, I watched it on my television screen with all the, the ambient noise. Well, after the last episode came out, I watched the entire series again on my computer with my headphones on. And I didn't catch this the first time, but when I watched it this time, every time Haro took a step, you could hear glass in his shoes still. And I thought that was
Oh.
just an amazing piece of detail that they had put in there. Have a player that died and is now a Warforged. Hey, works.
So you know that subclass that I just made?
Yes.
That is like their pinnacle subclass ability is you swap out your body and become a Warforged Lich.
Warforged Lich. I like it. Yes, we have made basically a necromancer version of an artificer. We have the rules. It's in our library, which is if you follow the thing and come join us on Discord. All right. Got nothing else. I got nothing this week. It's been a long year. That's an excellent way of continuing on character play and storylines. It makes for a good story.
Yeah. Oh, I know you're not caught up, but have you at least heard about the next 4 weeks of what Critical Role is supposed to be?
Isn't like they're teaming up with another channel.
Brennan Lee Mulligan is doing the DMing, and they're going over the Cataclysm.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, I have to sit down and watch some of his games. I,
The thing that you will learn on Dropout and D20 is that absolutely every time the big bad in Brennan Lee Mulligan's games is capitalism.
as it should be.
And the
Talking
world
to the voices
is
in my head. Don't
always,
worry about it.
and the world is always different. Sometimes it's like Candyland, sometimes it's New York, what have you. Sometimes they're playing mice. Oh, what was the freaking thing? There was a murder mystery where everybody was animals. Um,
Interesting.
but they do a bunch of like very vastly different um campaigns, but the bad guy is always capitalism. And
That makes
if you
sense.
if you're going to if you have a subscription or you have somebody who can give you access to a dropout, um I do suggest, if nothing else, watch the Unsleeping City.
I will.
It's
I
a
will.
couple of seasons.
I will have to put it in my watch list, so to speak. We're in the
It
middle
is
of turning an amethyst dragon into a spelljammer ship. I've I've got the book reserved, but I will not be introducing spelljammer for a couple of campaigns. Just I gotta get because my game world is at a certain level of advancement, and I want to get it to a different level of advancement before I start introducing things like spelljammer. That doesn't mean aliens haven't visited us.
nope. If Archie hits 20, he's just going to go into space. He's going to make a spacesuit and fly.
We'll see. Like those characters are ever going to reach level 20.
Right?
I mean, with one game every 6 months.
All the players' beards will be as long as yours.
Yep. I don't know how Dutchy will feel about that, but
She'll order hers online.
all right. I'm going to go ahead and call this.
Okay.
For the three of y'all that are watching, thank you for hanging out with us for this last 40 some odd minutes. So we'll see you, unfortunately, not tomorrow. So I should be back running. So Friday we'll have an OTS game or a game dealing from our Discord server. We should be back here next Monday. Hello, Raha Kosuth. We're getting ready to log off here. If you want to come hang out, I'll swing over to our Discord channel and hang out over there. And I'm not sure where it's at now. I have to have to look for it. But yeah, that's all for now. Till next time, guys, go forth and roll some dice. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.